Alright, welcome to the Ogums Experience. My name is Jacob Grimes, and this is the LLJZ documentary. The people, the art, and the stories behind them. Kinda wanted to get up on here and tell you why I made the video. Some people might be wondering, why did you make this video? Basically, for 3 years, almost 3 years now, I've been wanting to make something to honor Jadin, but I've been so worried about it, being good that I haven't made anything at all. And it's kind of messed up, I think. So when Amaia, Jadin's stepmother, asked me to help document everybody's tribute tattoos, I was like, say less. That's a really good idea. I'm on it. For the past 3 or 4 months now, I've been interviewing people, making the documentary, growing a shitty beard. Yeah, I basically just wanted to make something that, Jadin's family and friends can laugh at and, enjoy, and also teach a whole community of people about this kid that was so fucking cool who we lost way too early.
It's so good.
The oak trees, they planted themselves and they grew, and then they built sidewalks to block other oak trees.
Why are you kind of cooking right now? That's
from
facts.
growing.
You got your iPad out and everything.
These are the questions already.
Oh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Home.
Welcome to our channel. Okay.
Jacob's channel.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it because it's aura. I should put my vape away, right? Oh my god. I've had my sunglasses on for like 5 hours. Do I have hat hair? Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Don't record this yet.
Oh, don't record
My
me.
mic's not even hooked up.
Are they?
I look ready, gamer?
Yep. I look chopped.
Okay.
I know.
My name is Kaylee Hope Grayson, and I know Jadin. I think I met him in 2nd grade, and I don't know, he was my best friend. He was my childhood best friend.
My name is Haley, and I know Jadin from junior high. He's helped me through quite a bit, especially when things were going really rough for me in junior high, 9th grade specifically. I don't know, he was very helpful during those times, even though he would just tell me little words, but they were very impactful and they always helped me.
Hi, my name is Sienna. I met Jadin through my beautiful best friend Haley. The first time I ever got to see Jadin's beautiful smile was in 2022 at the Grove downtown. Me and Haley ran into him skateboarding, and she introduced me. Later that year, 10th grade started, and then that's when me and Jadin became closer.
My name is Annie Lockheed. I met Jadin in 2nd grade and became friends with him my sophomore year of high school.
My name is Stone Musson. Jay was one of my best friends, especially when I moved here. I met him when I was in 8th grade, when I first came here, and he was one of my first, friends that I really got to know.
My name is Isaiah, and I know Jadin because he was cool. Wait, retry that. My name is Isaiah, and I know Jadin because he was a cool dude. Is that a good enough answer?
Yeah, that works.
I'm Oliver. Sidebar. Where should I be? Should I look here? It's just back and forth. Okay. I'm Oliver. I knew Jadin through mutual friends, and then it was like 9th and 10th grade. We got a lot closer because we both took the same bus. We always rode the bus together and just chit chatted a whole bunch. It was good times.
My name is Tova Woods. I met Jadin in 8th grade. He was one of my first real friends in junior high, and I knew him until high school.
My name is, do I need to hold it like this? Okay. My name is Ashlyn, and I'm one of Jadin's friends. We never got to meet, but we knew each other on online and never were able to meet. But yeah.
My name is Braden Smith. I knew Jadin. He was a buddy of mine. I met him in fucking 7th grade, I think. He was like one of the guys, is that right? Yeah, 7th grade at a King's birthday party. One of them. His cheap spaghetti and cake party. Famous.
My name is Mia Orozco, and I met Jadin my 7th grade year at Camel's Back Park, and I didn't really know who he was, but I saw him hanging out with the group that I ended up hanging out with, and I saw him at the windy tree at Camel's Back. This is what I remember, the windy tree by the bathrooms. And I was like, bro, this kid is lit. And that's how I met Jadin.
I met Jadin my 8th grade year. I had Spanish class, Miss Martello's Spanish class with him, and we were put into a group. And I thought he was pretty cute. But I met him in 8th grade when I started going to Connor Anderson's house, because him and Connor have been friends for an eternity since he was in elementary school. And so yeah, I went to Connor's house for my first time, and I was kind of a sheltered middle schooler at the time. And this was my time entering into the friend group that would end up being my friend group for years and years. And Jadin was there. And that was the first time I met him. And he was always like, you know, a ray of sunshine, just obviously the most energetic, the kindest person in the room. Yeah. Always. Yeah. That's when I met him. And so we would hang out at Connor's all the time, but I feel like we got our closest the summer going into 10th grade, which was the summer of 2023. 2022. And at that point, we would hang out in Hyde Park. We tried to put eyeliner on him because he was he was entering a new phase of his life. His emo phase. His bleached hair and his opium boots. You know, he was just always the most fun person to hang out with because he was so kind and so not like fake or performative.
Yeah, he was a real dude.
You know, and he, you know, being kind of insecure and you're in middle school and you're hanging out with a whole bunch of new people, he was really comforting because he wasn't going to judge you, and he was always just really kind and really happy and funny and what's the word?
Genuine, bro.
Genuine and he wasn't trying to be hyper masculine.
Yeah.
He was who he was.
He was himself.
And he was not creepy. He was not anything bad. He was just fucking cool.
Everything good.
Cool, happy, cute.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
My name's Connor Anderson.
My name's Lucy.
And I know Jadin. I met him in elementary school, right behind us here at Lowell. We went through elementary school together, and then middle school and high school. So I've known him for a good chunk of my childhood. How about you?
Yeah, I met Jadin first in middle school. I'm pretty sure he was in one of my classes. I didn't really talk to him at first, but then we did wrestling together, and eventually Connor introduced me to him more personally. And we met here actually at Lowell when one of our first times hanging out, and that's when I actually got to get close to Jadin.
Alright, so my name is Graham, and I met Jadin at North Junior High School. One of the worst schools for the rowdiest kids. For a public school, it was a lot more like a charter school. It was just full of just the rowdiest kids.
My name's Sam, and I went to high school with Jadin my sophomore year.
My name is Mateo Martinez, and I know Jadin from King's 13th birthday party. He brought him over and said he was chill, but they thought he was pretty annoying, but then he was pretty funny.
I'm Asher. I've known Jadin since about early middle school. We met in English class, and we were both just tired of being in English class, so we were trying to talk and pass the time. Had some common interests, and pretty much been friends ever since.
My name is Theo. I first met Jadin in elementary school. I was probably, I'd say around 8 or 9 years old, so probably like 2nd or 3rd grade is when I first met him.
My name is EJ Lee, and I met Jadin in 5th grade at elementary school, or no, 6th grade at elementary school.
My name is Ethan Smith, and I know Jadin just from school and old friends, and then yeah, basically that's just it.
Who's going first? I was sitting in the vape. That's you. All right. My name's King. I've known Jadin since 4th grade from elementary school, Lowell Elementary School.
My name is Tyron, and I've also known Jadin since 4th grade. What's funny? What's funny? I did it better than him. I did it better than him. Whatever. I can't say and I have to do it perfect every time.
My name's Matthew. It was probably like smoking at like Camel's Back with Tyron and something. I don't know. Or he came up to me after school one day. I was going to Albertsons and he was going to fucking Papa Murphy's, a chump.
Because he was really emotionally vulnerable. I think that we were 15 and 16, like we were really awkward. We were really awkward, and we were so stoic and we were so thug around each other, and he was the only one that was like actually down to earth and normal.
Oh boy, there's so much to say for this one because he's just such a unique person. He stood out in a way that like no one else did. He always had that glimmer in his eyes, or he would always just like be the sun that pokes out on a cloudy day. Every single time he smiled at you, you just couldn't help but smile back because he just had that contagiousness.
Jadin stands out because he was just my light in a world of darkness, and seeing his smile every day at school always made my day so much brighter. And I still to this day haven't met anyone like Jadin, and no one has impacted my life like Jadin before.
He is one of like the most like quick-witted people I think I know. Like to the point it kind of pisses you off a little. Like how do you have a comeback for literally everything? It's like it's kind of annoying, but it's funny. Like he's a very funny person. Just it's like a little thing for everything, and was a really good friend too, I think, and I feel like that's kind of a hard thing to come by sometimes. So yeah,
his smile is so contagious. You'd be having a rough day, and Jadin comes in, and he always finds a way to brighten your day. He's a light in a dark room, and he's such. No, I don't think he had one enemy. I don't think he had one like person who didn't like him. He was a friend to all.
He was really cool. He was really nice. Honestly, he was more nicer than. Actually, no, scratch that. I can't go in. Jadin was really cool, and also he was like really, really good at fighting. That's what. He was really good. He was goated.
I would say he stands out because one, kindness. I feel like a lot of people, agree with that. And then also just understanding. I feel like he would really listen to you and just actually take in what you're saying and give back good advice.
He was just one of the most genuine people I've ever met, and he always had something good to say. There was always a smile on his face. He was super uplifting. I always had fun when I hung out with him. There's just not a single bad thing I could say about him.
he just had a pureness and genuineness to him that I don't know a lot of people that have that, and he was so positive about so much. Like I did never hear him say a bad thing about anyone, and that was, refreshing to be around. Yeah.
I think he was different by the way he would treat people. I always noticed that he was probably the least fake out of anybody. He would tell you how he felt, what's a good way to say it? He was good at relating to emotions, and good at showing you his empathy, and he was always like the first one there whenever I needed him, even when me and him were not like close at all. And when I wasn't close with really any of you at all, but I kind of knew him. Probably around like sophomore year, when I wasn't really talking to as many people, he would still reach out and, you know, check up on me, you know, check up on how I was doing. I remember when I had like some family shit going on, he was the first person there ready to fucking hang out and try to, you know, help me feel better, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to put it.
Exactly what she was saying. Bro was the most genuine person you could ever meet. Like, he was never the kind of person that would, like, you know, say some fake shit or like try to do some sneak dish shit. Like, he was always the realest. He was the sweetest. Like, there was nobody else like him, bro. Like, literally, like, everyone will say it. There was nobody else like him. Like, he was just the sunshine of the group. Like, he was the ray of sunshine. And that's always how he will stick out, is his fucking goodness, bro. He was just the greatest of all time. The GOAT.
You know what people say, the brightest bulbs and all. Since we had Spanish together, we would talk to each other in Spanish, but we were not very good at it because we were in middle school Spanish, and so we would talk about we were like, el friend grupe el frutas, very muy frutas. Man, his fucking pug Shagu, like, I don't know, he was just more, you know, especially in middle school and especially in early high school, everybody is so worried about appearances and worried about coming off a certain way, and he didn't seem very worried about it. And I mean, maybe he was, but oh, hello. But regardless, he always made you happy, and he was always hype and ready for anything, and introduced you to new experiences. Sorry, somebody's knocking.
Stan has entered the chat, guys. Okay, let's go. Next question.
For me, the way Jadin stood out is I thought he was just a really cool guy. He was always really friendly to people, always including people. Just one of the nicest people you'd know, always interacting nicely with others. And another way I looked up to him was I really admired the way he dressed. I thought he dressed really cool. I liked his style. He originally got me into thrifting. He started thrifting, saying he got like this piece there or whatever. And I was like, damn, that's cool. I want to start doing that. And yeah, I started doing it.
He was just also like a very social person. He had multiple friend groups. He was a truly kind person. He was very relatable. Like, if you were going through something, he was always there for you. And if he had no problem reaching out to. He was like a very kind individual. And I don't know, that really stood out to me, is just how like true his heart was.
You could get rowdiness out of anyone. So that was one of the first traits I noticed about Jadin was, man, we can't take you anywhere. We couldn't take bro anywhere. And he also was in multiple groups at the time, which for like early junior high was rare, because it was very cliquey. So that was another notable thing. He brought the energy. It's the first time I ever hung out with the kid. We were drinking 44 North, and he jumped my neighbor's fence, got into their mailbox, stole their family photo, and put it up in my house. And I didn't notice for 3 months. So that was actually an honestly great first impression. I won't lie, that was pretty awesome.
He was like the most positive person I've ever met in my life, probably. Like, he always had an optimistic outlook, and anytime he would crack, you know, like a teasing remark or a snarky remark, he would always like follow it up with some nice shit right after, you know. Like, he always wanted to make sure you were good, you felt good. Yeah, bro. And his style, he had drip.
He just seemed to care less about what people thought and would do just like anything if you asked him to. It's like he's just always down for anything, and he just never had shit to say and be annoying, not just negative all the time.
Jadin stands out because he was always willing to go the extra mile just to be there for everyone. He always, you know, had people over at his house trying to make people's day better, and like if he saw you sitting by yourself or something, he'd come and talk with you and see what's going on and whatnot.
I don't remember exactly when I first met him, but he was always just such a nice person. Just such a great person to be around. I'd always go over to his house. He would come over to my house. He was just a really nice person to hang out with, honestly, yeah.
I don't know. He was pretty cool. He's really funny. Yeah, I remember when I first met him, he was interesting to me because he just like showed up outside my house one day, and I'd like never talked to him before, and he just showed up. Didn't know how he knew where I lived, but yeah, he was funny, and
Jadin stood out more than anyone just because, I don't know, he was just nonchalant. He was extremely nonchalant. Like, even just like trying to talk to him and stuff, like it was just different. And the one thing that was like very memorable about him is that he didn't have any like bad blood for anyone, I guess. Anyone that didn't deserve it, I guess. But yeah.
He was just a happy ass dude. Happier than usual, I'd say. He was no, but really, I mean, if you texted him, he would respond immediately. If you texted him like, yo, I'm in a bad spot, he'd respond immediately. Even if you just wanted to talk, he'd respond immediately. He's just happy as fuck. I never saw that dude mope over anything. He was never sorry for himself. He always saw something. I don't even know, bro. That guy was just happy. He was happy. I never saw him sad.
Yeah, I genuinely don't think I ever saw Jadin have a bad day. From 4th until fucking 11th, he was just fucking. He was always smiling, dude. Hey, Mista, he was always having a good time. And hey, you're making me fucking break over you, bro. I'm just. He is. He's doing the speed face, and I'm trying to fucking. Wait, I wasn't done. Well, now I forget. Nice going, Matthew.
Oh man, I thought he was super cool at the time, just cause like the clothes, I don't, and he's also just like these guys said it, like he's just a really good person, and I don't even know. I just like he just stood out. He's unique.
I'm gonna be a little poetic right now. Jadin is like, you know when you get a nice cookie and then you're like looking for the chocolate chips in it? He's the chocolate chips because they just make your day so much better and so much sweeter whenever you bite into a chocolate chip. And he's also like, we know when you like get a campfire and then the sparks fly out and they're like pretty and like just magical. That's what he is in my eyes. My tattoo represents Jadin and his art and his love for music and pretty much all of that he expressed to me. So we would bond over Earl Sweatshirt, MF Doom, Quasimodo, all of those beautiful bands. Those are not bands. All those beautiful artists. Sienna and I would share this bond, and we decided to get a tattoo that had the art of Doris, the album from Earl Sweatshirt. And it just reminded us of those good times when he would bond with us over the music, and it just represented such a beautiful time in our lives, and how artistic and how creative he was. Just having a tattoo on me makes me feel like he's always there with me, no matter what.
Oh no. Jadin represents, oh my gosh, he was such a cutie. It just makes me think of when I was little and what? The phone.
Jadin means a lot. He symbolizes friendship. He symbolizes happiness. You know, always a smile on his face. Yeah.
I guess Jadin. When I think about Jadin, I think about friendship because I've met all of you guys because of Jadin. Also, I just know everybody because that surrounds Jadin. I guess so. Friendship mostly.
Well, what Jadin means to me again is just kind of like kindness and just like understanding where people are coming from and just giving them some decency and understanding again. And kind of, I mean, my tattoo, it's gonna be a bird, and like I want it to be beautiful just because Jadin was beautiful, and like I just want something to talk, you know, something to keep his memory alive and stuff, you know.
I feel like he means a bunch of different things to me now, of course. I see him as a reason to work my ass off a little bit more now, because I know that he didn't get these opportunities to go to college and live his life the way that he deserved to and needed to. So I was like, I don't really have a reason to just bum around anymore. I don't want to say I'm like living for him, but I'm living in his image, I guess. That sounds so religious. I am living in his image. No. A little okay. But the tattoo, I got 2 birds on my shoulder by my queen Zat, born weird, #shout out. Because my middle name is Birdsong, and I remember the first time I came over here, mind you, I'm 15, I have no car, my mom had to come get me, and Amaia called for him, but said, "Hey Birdie," and both of us got up and walked over. I was always gonna get a bird tattooed at some point. It just has a lot deeper of a layer to it now.
He makes me think of when I was little and I didn't know what was going on in the world. He felt so wise. I think he was like older than me he was older than me by like 6 months, and I thought he was just the wisest guy in the world. And my tattoo, I put my bangs. I put Paradise Awaits because that is Witness Chamber's first album, and when right before he passed, we were kind of like navigating our music tastes, like we were getting into it, and we had some terrible takes back then. But he was starting to get into his first hardcore shows and stuff, and we were starting to get into it as a group rather than just like a few people like me and Henry and Mateo and Oliver and stuff. And so yes, I put Witness Chambers Paradise Awaits because of that, and also because it just makes sense.
The most important thing, I think, is just loving your friends, loving your community, and making sure you tell them that you love them. That's what Jadin means to me. I know Jadin would love my tattoo and Haley's tattoo. I know he would think it's badass, and I just love seeing it every day, and it reminds me of him, and in the best way possible.
Jadin is a good memory to me of just kind of, I don't know, life can be going so great and then things can change so quickly, but he did so much with the life that he had. And my tattoo, am I supposed to show it?
We're gonna get
Okay. But it says "I'm Out." It's lyrics to a song by Pine Grove, and before he died, the Pine Grove Shuffle was trending, and he would always do that, and it just reminds me of him a lot.
Jadin, you know, I mentioned the pureness and the genuineness. To me, he's like a light that's been passed down to his friends and the people that love him, and we get to carry him on through that light. And I put a bird on his skateboard. I think I tried to make it look like a mix of a mourning dove and a blue jay. But yeah, I made this because obviously he likes skateboarding, and I mixed, I'm pretty sure his favorite color was purple and my favorite color is red, so I kind of made like a maroon kind of. This was my senior art project. So.
I mean, he was just a good role model for me, I think. I mean, everyone is fucked up, and he was a fucking 16-year-old kid, so he fucked up a lot, of course. But he was someone really special, and he was always just completely... He was a good role model on what to be and how to treat people, I think. And how to treat people in front of their face and behind them, too. He was always very legitimate. And I just think it's a good way to... Sorry, my bed isn't very fucking made, excuse me. Don't judge me. I think it's just a good way. I've been sick as a dog, don't judge me. But I just think it's a good way to honor him. I think that, especially since the thing's gone now. It's not, well, you can't really fucking, it's gone now. It's no longer there. The monument that used to be there, I think it's kind of a way to immortalize. Wait, no, not that. Immortalize.
Yeah.
Immortalize. With the T. Immortalize kind of the bond that a lot of people had from that tragedy, and also just immortalize him.
Oh, he means everything. He means the fucking world, bro. Like every day, I think a lot of us have our shrines. We look up at his beautiful face. We get to see him every day on 17th Street, his big beautiful face. And he just means the world to all of us, and he always will. And we're always going to have a beautiful reminder of him, and he will always live long in our hearts. And he will always mean everything to us, bro.
Yeah, Jadin means a lot. He made a really big impact, and clearly he made a really big impact on everybody he met, because everybody showed up. Like, and that doesn't happen for everybody. Like, unfortunately. I just remember when everything happened, like, he brought so many people together too. All of these experiences that we've had since we're a year younger than him, so it was the summer going into 10th grade. He brought so many people together that we didn't even know fucking existed. Like, we didn't know Jacob before Jadin. Our friendship with Jacob is a direct result of Jadin. And same goes for Michaela Cheney and what? I mean, we knew
like everyone, like Sam,
Mateo, but yeah, an entire new group of people that just all came together because he was so unique. Like most people just aren't like that. Most people are more acting, you know, or more trying to put off a certain. He was like genuinely kind and genuinely like just fucking cool. The last time we saw him, we were downtown with Isaiah. We have pictures. We were downtown with Isaiah. And that was the first we met Eloise.
Yeah.
And we went downtown. And he was just so fucking cool. Like, I don't even...
Next question.
Yeah, sorry.
Jadin means a lot to me. He like shaped a lot of who I am today, and his passing like changed a lot of who I am and kind of like changed my perspective on life. My tattoo, you know, it's a package of drumsticks. I'm gonna be all shaky because I'm shivering. My tattoo is it's a pair of drumsticks, and then on the packaging of the drumsticks it says LLJZ. Because 3 weeks after Jadin passed away, Henry asked me to be in Halter Roll Shoot, and I set back up my dad's drum set and I started playing again. And my entire life since then has been bands, drums, going to shows, meeting new people, traveling, and it's been like the best thing I could ever ask for. And so like my tattoo is kind of like a thanks to Jadin, you know, because I wouldn't be here, you know, like as sad as it is to say, I wouldn't be here without his passing. I wouldn't be, you know, like into the drum grind. I wouldn't have all this like I had all this anger and all this hatred and all this, you know, sadness built up, and I didn't have anywhere to put it, and then drums like totally saved me there.
I guess just being around my friends and doing like anything, it's just always puts me in a better mood. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I actually can't explain it at all. It's just something like really specific. I don't know. It only makes sense in my head.
Jadin means to me, or I guess what he represents for me, is just trying to become a better person, leave the world in a better place than how you found it, and you know, just do your part to just make people's day and whatnot. And I like to think that my tattoo represents new beginnings and flourishing from taking out ideas from the past.
To me, Jadin means just really caring about people, really being compassionate, including people, just kind of taking his mindset of being so nice to everyone in the world and kind of trying to embody that myself and just trying to be nice and spread positivity the way Jadin did.
For me, I would say just kind of living your life to the fullest. I feel like he truly did that. He just like really enjoyed just living in the moment and enjoying like being around his friends and his family, and just his like past and stuff. Like definitely didn't have the greatest past, but he really like didn't let that hold him behind, and he just thought more positively about it.
Jane meant a lot to me. He was one of my best friends in elementary school. Like I said, I love being around him. I always want to be around him every day. So it was, yeah, really nice being around him.
What does he mean to me? Wow, that's a tough one. I don't know, he's my friend. I guess he's a reminder to me not to take things for granted. Because I remember around like 7th or 8th grade, we were like really close up until then we kind of grew apart and I never really talked to him again. But, you know, I wish I did. Because I know that he was like, I thought he was being a jerk, but he'd always like try to like talk to me and shit. But yeah, I mean, I just wish that I engaged with him more.
That's a good question. Jadin means a lot to me, actually. I don't even know. It's kind of just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's hard. Jadin, he's just like one of my best friends. Even to this day, like, I don't know. I think about him all the time. So it's kind of, I don't know. He just has a special spot in my heart.
I knew Jadin for long enough. He was a really, really good person, pure of heart. That guy couldn't hurt a fly, or not couldn't, he could, I mean, but he wouldn't hurt a fly. He was an extremely good person. So, and the fact that he was my friend and that he's not here anymore, he deserves to have a place on my body for how, so he'll never be forgotten. He'll be on me forever.
I don't know. Yeah, Jadin was always just like, it didn't matter how bad of a day you were having. If you texted Jadin or if Jadin texted you, it just immediately got better. Like, to me, Jadin was always just kind of a reminder of like how you should live through life. Like, always just taking everything in stride, always positive. Yeah. And I don't have much what's it called? I don't have any real symbols on my tattoo, but I made sure I put it on my wrist so that I could see it every day, and that was the major thing with it.
I don't know. I mean, it didn't hit for like a long time, so it was really hard to just like kind of like grasp it. But like now that so much time has passed, I kind of realized like how much I enjoyed hanging out with him and how much I wish I could keep hanging out with him, but I can't. Or like all the times we would like fuck with him, I kind of feel bad for, but I mean it's all in good fun.
Oh no! Okay. This is bad. I just think about the last time we hung out. We were in Graham's basement, and we went into Graham's bathroom, and we locked the door, and I don't know what came over us. I'm pretty sure we were fully sober, but we were just like pouring out everything in his bathroom into the bath, and we were like, I don't know what was wrong with us, and he was just like screaming on the outside, and we just thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and that brought us really close together.
Honestly, just all the memories at Connor's room, but probably me, first time I ever did an illegal substance called acid. Well, Jadin was supposed to trip sit for us, and sure, if Connor's watching this, he'll get a kick out of it too. Yeah, I freaked out on acid. Jadin had decided, hey, I'm gonna order some DoorDash. I'm gonna eat all the DoorDash. Then I'm gonna take an edible that had way too much weed in it, and like he always did, he passed out on us. He He didn't want trips. I mean, we're all freaking out. Connor's freaking out. He's like, Jadin, wake up. Jadin, wake up. Stone's freaking out. You need to help him. You need to calm down. And he's like, dude, no. No, I'm fucking just going to bed. Yeah, apparently my feet went purple, but yeah, that was, yeah, apparently I had purple feet. Like, do not look at your feet, it'll freak you out. But yeah, that was a great memory.
Oh geez, my first hardcore show. Dude, first hardcore show was fucking Tsunami. Like, looking back on that, that's like, ooh. Because I know it's like, I think people think Tsunami's like fucking corny now, and they are, but no, I remember Mateo was like, you should come to Tsunami, and I said, okay. I texted Jadin, he said, let's go thrifting before. My mom had to drive us. It was so... We went to the youth ranch, and then I remember we went to Pie Hole, and it was snowing, and then went to my first hardcore show ever, and that whole night was so fun and set up, I think, the next few years for me. That's how I got into the scene. So yeah, Jadin was the reason I got into the scene. So
oh boy, I can't choose. There's too many. Like, every single time we would go ditch school during like fourth period or sixth period, like after lunch or before lunch, and we'd go do shenanigans downtown, and I'd always like fall on my face because my knee would pop out of socket.
That happened too many times. This one time we were skipping class and Haley actually fell downtown. She tripped, and we have this on video. Jadin was like helping her walk the whole time. Like, he just had his arm around her, like making sure she was with us at all times.
Who were we with? We were with Bella Rossman, and we were with Jasper Keenan and Brooklyn Grimm, and Wayne Gaston.
One thing I remember about Jadin is how many little inside jokes we had, and how he would always remember them, never forget them. Every time we saw each other at school in the hallway, we'd do a little finger wave and we'd go, meow. That was our greeting, meow. And he would just always do it, like he would never forget. And then he always just gave the best hugs, like real, genuine hugs, not just little fake side hug, just real, like loving friend hugs. And then he always made me laugh. So that was another thing that I remember about Jadin.
There was one day after school, we all went to, it was like me, Jadin, Marcus, maybe like Ronan or something. We went to like the record exchange. We were just kind of dicking around, skateboarding. And I remember him and I were pretty similar levels. Like, we couldn't kickflip or anything. You know, we were both kind of not, but we kind of had a competition out of it. And I remember at one point we ended up at the Grove, and this photographer guy comes up to us and he's like, can I take your photo skateboarding? We're like, yeah, totally. And then Jadin landed the kickflip right when he got the photo, and it was like the most perfect thing, and it was just like, oh my god, it was so awesome. Like, we were just all so fucking happy about it.
So Jadin used to always take his substances a little too far, and I remember this one specific time we were all smoking with the group, pulling dros, and Jadin goes, guys, I want one. And everyone's like, are you sure? Like, you typically green out, I don't know if you should do that. He just kept insisting, so he takes one dro, starts coughing his ass off, immediately starts throwing up, passes out. It was so hard to get him up to go home. But I think that was one of the funniest memories I have.
Sharing music, we shared a lot of music together. I have a Gur, like Invader Zim. Ooh, I had a Gur Invader Zim beanie that I was showing to him, and he was like, I'm gonna steal that from you. And so when he passed away, I left it as a memorial for him. He was so genuine. I don't know if, can I get into like, we had like romantic, when we confessed feelings for each other, he was just like, you're one of a kind, and I'm so lucky that I get to talk to you. And in my head, I'm like, he's so one of a kind. So it was like strange to hear that coming from him. But yeah, he really was just pure and like light. And you see parts of him everywhere through that light. So
one that comes to mind, I brought it up earlier. I was having some family drama, and he and I think Matthew, I remember I hit up like everybody, and him and Matthew were the only ones that day to actually get me back with anything. And hanging out with him, I remember how much better he made me feel. I remember, but he was kind of a little bastard. There was this guy with a clipboard outside the McDonald's with a chevron in it. There's a guy with a clipboard and I can't fucking see anything. Excuse me, sorry. And he fucking, he told me to go up Biain because I was offering homeless people money. And he was like, sorry. Dude, I'm sick as a fucking dog. Hold on, wait. My voice sound better now?
A little bit.
A little bit, fuck me. I remember he was kind of a bastard because there was one time where there was like this guy with a clipboard outside of the McDonald's with the chevron attached to it. And I was offering homeless people money. I was like, is that guy homeless? And I was like, looking at him because he got like bald and like a little tattered. And Jadin was like, oh yeah, he really looks like he could need the help. And I go up, I roll down my window and I offer him money. He's like, I'm not fucking homeless. And then Jadin starts cackling, laughing at me. It was just some guy with a fucking clipboard. He probably like working on the McDonald's or some shit. But yeah, I mean that was I think a big one that made me respect him while he was here.
Yeah.
Like a lot more. Not him making me give money to a fucking, you know, a guy with a nice job, not that particular part of the story, but that shit was going on with my family. It was really stressful, so it was good to have someone like him around, and seeing how quick he was to immediately come and fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come and, I guess try to cheer me up, which he did a lot too. He was a fucking, that entire day, he was, usually people like, they'll come and hang out with you, but they're not gonna, like, he was actually trying to cheer me up and shit. So that meant a lot to me.
Okay, a fun memory would be that time that we went downtown and we all did the hide and seek downtown. And we were fucking, I don't think that he was on our team, but we were all fucking running around. It was for Tova's graduation or her birthday, either or. It was for one of Tova's functions. And we all went downtown to play hide and seek. It was a big ass group. And we all fucking, who is it? What? Oh.
Oh, dude. Junior said Jacob was watching you take a shit right now.
Get out of the frame. Downtown hide seek was probably so fucking lit. We all had a great time. He was in his opium ass fit, bro. The chains, the shorts, the vest, everything was drippy. He had the wife beater on.
Yeah.
Bro was drippy. We fucking had a great time, and that was just a great party, and he just always brought the life to the function, and I will always miss that about him.
There's a couple memories that stand out the most. One of them, I just got my car, and we picked him up from the church on Hill, like right before his house, because we never really picked him up at his house. We would pick him up at that church on Hill before 28th Street. And he was experimenting with his new style, you know. He had just the opium. He had just bleached his hair, and it was like the M, you know, like the McDonald's, and it was so fucking fire. And he had his wife beater on and his black cargo shorts and his opium boots. And I just remember me and Mia being like, dude, look at Jadin, fucking howling. And that day we went to the Tiki Shack. We went to the Tiki Shack and we put eyeliner on him because, again, that was part of his new.
He wanted it.
He wanted it. And so we were like, yeah, let's try it. But he could not stay still.
He was like, oh.
I know, because, you know, eyeliner's hard. But he couldn't stay still. And so we did kind of a bad job.
There's pictures, guys.
But yeah, he was one of the only people that I let, because I let a lot of unlicensed people drive my car, honestly. And so Jadin was one of those people, and he drew it, and I was like, and then he played Murder She Wrote by Take A, and it was like, what is it? One of them that did, but that murder. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, those are the memories that stand out for me.
Next.
I have multiple fond memories of Jadin. But definitely some of the more fond memories are, I'd say, here, growing up here, playing on the playground with him. And then as we got older, getting into more shenanigans, sneaking out, coming over here at night. That was always a blast. Sneaking over to the abandoned pool that they have here, that was always fun. And just kind of getting up to shenanigans with him, doing stuff we weren't supposed to do, potentially getting in trouble. Those are the good memories I have with Jadin.
I agree. There's a lot of good memories with Jadin. He was a very silly guy. Just like looking at like the old photos I have of him, and just like the random like snaps he would send me right before like he decided to do a middle part or before he would start like indulging in activities, you know. It was just really funny, but I really enjoyed just like, yeah, the amount of times he would just like sneak out. I remember one time we went over to his house. An old friend of ours, Marin, stole her mom's car to go over there, and we were there for like 20 minutes, but it was really fun and really silly. Yeah.
Actually, after the fight, when I was playing Smash in a park, he pulls out a mason jar, 4 of the shittiest roaches I had ever seen in my life. Like, literally almost gone, basically all filter, and his plan was to smoke them all. Just like, as if it was one blunt, he just wanted to rapid fire them. That's probably my most fond memory. That, and also jumping my neighbor's fence. I'll never forget that. Because I was so fucking furious that he did that, because they had a Ring camera. But yeah, also planning to smoke like 4 of the most hideous. I don't even know where this kid could have got them. Those were actually the worst roaches I'd ever seen in my life. That was, yeah.
Oh, I gotta think for a sec. I would say like this isn't the most, I guess, like meaningful or deep memory me and Jadin had, but after Jadin got in a fight, I saw him in the quad at Boise, and I asked him what happened, and he just kept like dodging around the question, saying like, oh, this and that. And he was like, oh, this and that, you know, things happen, you know, stuff goes down. And then he didn't tell me until 2 days later. I saw a video of Jadin in a fight. That's a bad memory. I gotta think of a better one. Because also it's about Graham. Everyone's gonna know what I'm talking about. He did. One of my favorite memories from when I first met Jadin, before I really got to know him, we were having a party at Mateo's house, and we were all kind of like hanging out before the party started, and Jadin and Marcus arrived, and we like were pranking them, and you know, we locked them out, and Jadin ended up climbing through Mateo's kitchen window into Mateo's kitchen sink just to get into the crib. And you know, early on really showed me the man had dedication.
Fond memory I had with him was on his birthday when his mom let us stay in an Airbnb. We took a shit in a bag, and then Marcus ended up shitting on himself a little, and then we threw it in the bathtub. And then I think we just kind of stuffed it in the trash, but the bathroom was covered in just human shit for no reason, and there's zero reason to actually do it, other than that someone brought it up and thought it would be funny.
We'd usually ride the bus home every day together, and then just walk home together, smoke a cigarette, just talk about each other's day and whatnot. And just hanging out with him after school and just seeing what's up.
Fond memory. I remember one time I was at his house. I can't remember what movie we watched. It was some Marvel movie. We watched it like 4 times in a row. It was honestly a great experience. Yeah. There was another time we were at the park. I was with Enyo. This is also during elementary school. Yeah, it was a picture I can't really talk about, but yeah. Do you remember this?
I think I might know the picture.
Enyo brought up the picture recently. I was like, where the fuck did you get this? Great picture, great memory.
One memory I have with him. As a kid, I didn't get sleepovers, except I had a sleepover, like 3 of them with Jadin, and those were really cool. I really enjoyed those, and that's probably my favorite memory.
Sneaking out of Connor's house. Sneaking, not even just once, multiple times. Sneaking out of his house and just like smoking and just getting so high with him, and all of like the boys' sleepovers and stuff like that, like having sleepovers at Connor's house and waking him up in the middle of the night to hit the yard, and he just wake up and just fall right back asleep. Like, it's just like stupid stuff like that, but mainly Connor's house.
You go first on this one.
I think my favorite thing, I didn't even know that he did this at first, was when we had to make paella for Spanish class, and he put laxatives in it. And I didn't know until the next day, and I got to school, and Marcus stopped me in the hallway and said, Jadin put laxatives in the fucking paella. And so we had to go in there and present. We couldn't just not present. I don't know if anybody else even knew. And our paella looked so fucking disgusting, and it was gross, that nobody ate it except for one group and the teacher. So they got all of it. The one group and the teacher ate all of our paella. And nobody said that they shit themselves, but I don't think they would tell anybody.
I forget even who all I was even with, but I was with some people, and we were going to go troll Jadin and Henry at work, like go try to like piss them off, ask for a bunch of bullshit, just like distract them. And as soon as we got in there, before we could say anything, Jane went, "Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you guys! I can't believe I have friends that care enough about me to come see me at work." Dude, he was so happy. Like I was like, okay, I just can't, I can't do it anymore. I can't troll you anymore. Hi, Jane. He was so sweet.
Well, speaking of like when we fucked him over, I remember he had some weed, and we just we were at my house in like a tent smoking it with the bong I made, and then like he spilled the bong. He'd like knock it over in the tent because we were just sitting on the floor, and then it would spill the water, and then we kept getting like mad at him, like not even like real mad. And then we just took his bud, and then we were like, dude, because we asked him to like leave it, and then we just like kept it, and then we just smoked it all without him. That's probably my most fun memory, though.
Oh my god, he was so beautiful. I'm not even joking. Like, I remember the way he was and everything, and he always smelled good, and he was like ahead of the game. He was ahead of the game with the fashion stuff. Like, he was on some nonchalant shit. He wasn't trying too hard. He wasn't trying too hard. It was still a calm. But, oh my god, I just remember the way he looked. He looked so cool. Oh my god! He was so cool. Like, when he bleached his hair, oh, it was so good. It was perfect. That is what I think about when I remember him.
I remember him for his generosity, his creativity, his kindness. He's the least judgmental person I know, and of course his style. He had such a way of like putting himself together and putting his creativity out there in the world, and how he expressed himself. And it just, I don't know, it made everybody feel a little bit. What's the word? What is that word? Thank you.
Inspired.
He inspired people to be their best selves, and he would also treat people so kindly. I remember him for his kindness towards even people that he wouldn't even know. You would just walk down the street and he'd just like make everyone stay just by saying hi. No matter who he spoke to, he would make sure they would always smile no matter what they were saying, what they were talking about. He would always just have the best conversations with the most random people. I hate everything.
I remember Jadin for his smile and the way he loved his friends, and the light he shined onto everyone around him. Also for his love of music and his creativity. Again, he just impacted my life in just a very positive way, and I miss him so much every day. So I guess overall, I just remember him for being that light in my world.
Kind of like I said, just a friend to all. I remember him for just being just a really upstanding, great dude.
Patriots are up. Fuck yeah.
Mike, shut up.
I would say I remember him for just kind of always being there. You know, like I feel like if there was turmoil within the friend group, he would like be able to just navigate it so well and just like talk to the people and kind of help them out, help them with help them with through whatever they're going through, and just kind of being nice. Yeah.
His humor and how he treated people, I think, being a really caring and fun person to be around. Really good friend, loyal, caring person that you can talk to. That is a tricky question, yeah.
Kind of just like be nice to everybody, spread happiness, always have a good mindset, and like do what you want to do with your life. Is that better?
Kindness and authenticity. He was authentic. He never pretended to be something he wasn't. He, you know, I think he stood for what was right and what was kind and, like, you know, good spirited. Yeah, did I do okay?
Of course you did okay.
I think his legacy probably, when it comes to the way he treated people and just being, I think he was a really good role model. I know I already said that, but I think that he was a really good role model of how to treat people. And of course we've all made our mistakes, and you know, he made some too, but I think that he did a great job with making everyone always feel included, always being good to the people around him. Hold on, let me think for a second. I also think that when it comes to, I guess, sorry, I'm trying to think about how to word it properly. I think when it comes to his support for other people, and I know there was a few instances where people were not always the nicest to him, and even then he never really took it to heart. I always noticed that. He was never like, it was almost like he never hated anybody, which was weird to me, because I hate plenty of fucking people. I was trying to think of a way to word this better, but I don't. I hate a fuckload of people, and it was like he never hated anyone. Like, there was a few people where he'd be like, yeah, she's kind of a bitch, and I'd be like, okay, so you have something, but he was always just like so kind and so nice, which I remember, like, because you know how I was back then. I was like, how do you not have like a mean bone in your body? It was just kind of fucking weird. So I think while it didn't happen, or I guess it didn't take effect on me for a while, I think that he was a very good role model for kindness and just being a good guy. The greatest contribution in this world is gratitude, and Jadin did just that. I don't know who made that quote. Some smart fellow made that quote, and I thought, I wrote that down. I was gonna get that tattoo. Ah, fuck! I forgot to get that tattoo. That was gonna be a part of the tattoo. Oh shit! But maybe one day.
Everyone and anyone will say that he is the sun. He is the sun in all forms. His smile it was infectious. That was the thing. His laugh, his smile, everything was infectious. You were around him and you were happy. There was no being sad or upset around Jadin, dude. He's just a light of sun. He's a shining light. Insert.
Okay. Do I?
Yes,
Okay.
insert. Look at this sweet boy. He is the sweetest boy that you will ever meet. He was the ray of sunshine in our life, in all of our lives. He was the sun, and he was the light. He was the happiness, and it made us all connect, bro. Like, there was no connection like Jadin. Like, there has never been something to bring the amount of people that came together like Jadin. Like, he united us. Like, there was like probably 20, 30 plus people that I had never met in my life. And then suddenly we had this huge friend group, all of these people that were supporting each other and just connecting with each other because of him. Like, he just brought all of these fucking people together, and I think that that is how we will always remember him, is that he united us all, dude, and he was just the fucking light. Like, yeah. Hello?
You both are on the toilet?
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Back to
Okay. I agree with Mia. Again, just one of the most kind-hearted. He was one of the first platonic, like, boys that we said I love you to, and he would say I love you, you know? And which is, I think, a really powerful thing. And that is something that, again,
happened as a result of him is that everybody started saying I love you, which I think is really important because as we've learned from this, you just never like know when the last time you're going to see somebody is. So I think that saying I love you is a really powerful thing, and that is something he was not afraid of, which is really rare, especially for teenage boys. And yeah, he was sensitive and like I guess what I've been trying to say is it's like he was not a toxic masculine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the fact that he would say he loved us was just kind of proof of that. With Jadin, everything that happened meant say I love you to your friends, hug your friends. It was just a whole new level of affection and love that everybody was kind of afraid of before. But then we realized that that was actually really important.
Yeah.
And I think he always knew that because he wouldn't have said he loved us if he didn't know that that was important.
Boy,
What can they possibly have to say?
Kind of like what I said earlier, just like him being such an amazing human being, him caring for everyone the same amount, and just him really like just spreading positivity in the world and just always being a nice guy and trying to, like I said, try to embody that and be that kind of nice person that he was is kind of what I think of.
I would agree with that, honestly. Like, Jadin was a really cool person. Like, all of the aspects of him and just being a human, he was just a really true person to his soul, and he knew his values and his beliefs, and that's something I really respect.
I actually literally have never posted that about myself because I just think about my memories of him. Let me think. Just being a high school friend. Just being that one kid that literally would just hang out with anyone at any time, and like I said, he was malleable, like even during the clickiness of junior high all the way through high school, early high school. He was just friend with everybody, you know, which is definitely his legacy in my head now that I had to pose that question, because that astonishes me. Like, I was never like that. It was mind-bending to see someone friends with so many people. I was kind of a dick, so it was hard for me to make friends with a lot of people, at least in junior high school. Even then, dude, there was times when even the tightest friend groups would be fragmented, and he's still hanging out with everybody. No shame. Just hanging out, being a chiller.
I feel like overall, it's just positivity. Like, Jadin was like so positive and friends with everyone, and like even when there was negatives, he always came back with a positive. And I think even in his passing, through all the negatives, we all tried to look at the positives, and we all tried to, you know, make the best out of all the moments we had together. And it really helped us get through remembering how happy and how positive Jadin was. Because thinking back, instead of being sad on the times, we were like, wow, Jadin would want us to be so happy and so proud that we had those moments shared. So really just positivity.
I think his legacy is that he was just kind of like everywhere. Like, you'd run into him anywhere and it would be an automatic connection that you could just go and do anything. And it's like, if you're in a room full of people you don't know and you're kind of uncomfortable and you don't know how to act, if he's there, it's like you can act anyway. Because like, you just got your homie with you, and he's like the homie to take anywhere.
One thing I remember him for mainly is music. He was very tapped in on just like all different types of music, and I don't even know, he showed me so much music as well. Being a really good friend, I feel like that's one of the best things to, like, I don't know, describe it as, because I don't even know, he was just always there.
I think his legacy is about bringing everyone together, and especially after he passed, he kind of, like, we kind of all realized that, like, although it was unfortunate that it took Jadin passing for us to realize this, I realized that we need to spend a lot more time together, because we never know when one of us is going to have to say goodbye, and when some of us aren't going to be able to say goodbye. So we learned to cherish each other's presence and, you know, conserve the time that we have together and try to make the best of it.
I think, to me, his legacy is just how genuine of a person he was. Honestly, he was just such a great person. Such, like I said, such a nice person to be around. So I think that's honest. To me, that's honestly his legacy. Is just he was such a great, genuine person.
I don't know. I feel like he's part of the reason why I like came on to meet all the people who I'm friends with now, like Jacob and the whole crew. And so yeah, sometimes I'll just be like thinking about it and I'll be like, thanks, man.
I guess just one of my friends. He's probably, not even probably, he was I know him as the most pure of heart person I've ever met. I've never met anyone that was more, I don't know, that guy was pure. That guy didn't have a malicious bone in his body. That guy was, Jadin was really, he was really a good person. That's just what I remember him for. I just remember him for being an amazing person. He never wronged anybody. I don't think he ever, no. He was a completely good person.
I don't know. Every time that I think about Jade, I just think about how outgoing he was. I was always meeting new people when I was with Jadin. He was always just kind of bringing make him do something. Yeah, when I think of Jade, I just think of just how outgoing he was, how many new people I met through Jadin. I think of sleepovers at King's house, playing, what was it, fucking Infinite Warfare? Advanced Warfare. I don't know. Silly.
Being a very good person and just being like the almost like the guide to be what, like just being like the best person. Probably what like every single religion would probably like, and maybe not every single one. Jadin pill. I don't know. Yeah, take the Jadin pill because it's like I don't know. You'll probably be a better person. Yeah, a gooder person.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, you start. I'll add on.
Okay, so we're here at the Boise Co-op because every day in 10th grade at lunch, we'd always just come here and goof around. And we're not in the exact place. It was actually that picnic bench back there. But yeah, we just come here for lunch. And that's when I really got to know Jadin, and same with Haley too. That's when we, I think, had our closest moments.
And then we'd come here after school sometimes too, and then we'd always get food, and then we'd walk up to Camel's Back and goof around at Camel's Back all the time. So this place just holds so much memory for me. And Jadin would always talk to the cashiers and all the people there, and he would make their days. It was always so fun to watch that happen, and he'd just be so happy all the time. Yeah. So whenever I come here, I just immediately get happy because it reminds me of him.
NGL,
NGL.
NGL, I legitimately met Jadin and Marcus. Like, the first time ever meeting them, I met them right over there. There's a huge crowd, and they're all, like, boxing and everything. And then I remember, Marcus and Jadin pulled up on their skateboards, and then, I'm pretty sure it was just me and Stan. We were just hanging out with them, and that's, like, when I, got to know them.
So I picked this location mostly because, well, I grew up here. Me and him went to elementary school together here, and this is where we definitely started like forming our little kid bond that like eventually grew throughout middle school and high school. But it was definitely where I'd say everything started between me and Jadin, and that's just why I wanted to go here.
Yeah, I would also say that things started for me and Jadin's friendship here. Connor really just like introduced me to him, and we met here and walked over to his house, and it was really awkward for me at first because, you know, they kind of like knew each other for many years since they were little kids, and I was just kind of there. But he was like really nice and included me a lot, and I don't know, it's just like I connect this place and obviously multiple other places with him, but just like my first fond memory of him is here.
I picked this location because after we got out of school, sometimes we'd come down here and just like hang out because they didn't have anything better to do. And yeah, it just reminds me of him whenever I think of like those days. Think of this place.
I picked this location because whenever I was at my dad's house, this is a lot of the times where we would meet up. I mean, my dad's house is right over there. They don't care where my dad's house is. But yeah, this was just like kind of the spot for a while, all throughout elementary school, even kind of into what's that shit called? Junior high? Yeah, or whatever we went to for a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, lots of memories here.
Yeah, W question, W Jacob. Oh, it's so cold. Fuck. Keep this in. No, don't keep this in. Oh, I chose this location because, which coincides with my tattoo with the drumming. After we started Wasted and Broden joined our band, he offered us a spot to practice here at the bomb shelter. And here is basically where I made like all like the best memories as with like my band and kind of as friends, and it's where I met the most people, and it's just kind of been like a safe place, like whenever there's nowhere to go, like don't want to go home, like no friends are awake or anything, you always have the bomb shelter. You could always play music 24/7. Like there's been times where the bomb shelter has literally saved my life. Like I literally just get to pull up, play music for 3 hours at 2 in the fucking morning. And I really just chose this because like without drumming and without Jadin and without this place, I wouldn't have the friends that I have today, and I wouldn't really be where I am today.
I picked this location because we'd always come here after school, skate, just do whatever, hang out, try to bum some cigarettes off some older kids. Yeah, just this location means a lot to pretty much everyone. It's just where a lot of friendships began to flourish, and where a lot of us met and became better friends and whatnot.
Can I do this?
You can't clip it on if you just want to clip it. So be careful moving around too much.
Right. Okay.
What's your name and how do you know Jadin?
My name is Amaia. I am Jadin's stepmom. He's my kid. Jadin is the most special. Loving him is the easiest thing I've ever done. How did he stand out? I don't know. He just seems like, thinking back, he just feels like he was too good to be true. He really was just a good person. Like a good son, like just kind and thoughtful and full of gratitude. Just a good teenager, I just got really lucky with him. Really lucky.
Some fond memories.
I mean, too many to even recount. I think like to sum him up, I just think of how he would always, like, if we were to go get an ice cream or a drink at like a coffee shop or something, he would always be the first to offer you like a lick of his ice cream or a sip of his drink. Like that'd be the first thing. He was just like generous, and he would always say thank you. He would always say the dinner I made him was good. He would always ask how I slept last night. He would always ask how my shift at work was. He just was like too good to be true, and he was that way, and he was authentically that way, and he was consistently that way. And it's one thing to be that way around your friends or whatever even, but like to be that way with your parent day in and day out on good days and bad days, like that is just who he was. And that's what I remember most about him, his character, his gratitude, his how he was upbeat and joyful. Friendships were important to him. He stood by his friends. He stood for his friends. He was grateful for the relationships in his life. He knew and was aware of when people loved him and wanted to show up for him, and he nurtured that. He knew how to reciprocate that, I think he was really emotionally intelligent and really wise for his years. Just the light that he brought, I think that he just brought like a warmth and a light to the world for everybody that was near him. Yeah. Yeah, this place reminds me of Jadin. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Thought I'd pop back in and say thank you all for watching. I don't have a lot to add. I just wanted to say, this was really fun to make. A little love letter to Jadin and his family and his friends, with the help of his friends. Everyone who did an interview did a really good job, and yeah, I'm glad I got to capture, everybody's art, everybody's beautiful tattoos, and the sculptures and the skateboards. I'm glad I got to capture everyone's memories and stories. Yeah, I'm glad I got this out. I'm glad I'm getting this done. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Oh, this was the longest 6 months of my life.
We love you, Amaia.
We love you, Amaia.
We love you, Amaia. We love you, Amaia. Thank you.
We love you, Amaia.
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 We love you, Amaia. Love from Parker and Asher.
We love you, Amaia.
We're so cool.
You're the best.
You're a really cool and strong woman.
The best woman.
Yeah.
We
We wish we could see you more.
For real.
Visit us in Bisbee if you ever come to
Yes,
Bisbee.
you'll love it. You'll love it.